Peace. Welcome back to the channel, Goddess Nyakul. So yeah, I have to do peace together. You're not supposed to do peace like this because it's showing separation. So that's why you have to do peace with everything together. But I am actually sitting in my car, and I just wanted to make a quick upload, and I wanted to talk about taking responsibility for yourself. All right. And this is something that I've been dealing with all day. It's something that I have been like absorbing and thinking about. And I was talking to a client. I told her, I said, I get a lot of downloads and information, and I know for a fact that it's not just for me. So when I get these downloads, when I get this information, even though I'm learning from it, even though I know it's something that I need to look into, I know it's something that I need to share. Even if one person gets it or 1,000 people, I'm not here to share this message to reach a certain amount of people. If it reaches one person, then I've done my job. So that's why I decided to come out here. And I say that because I'm tired. Sometimes you don't feel like doing the work, but you have to. All right. With that being said, when it comes to taking responsibility for yourself and your actions, it's a lot to deal with. Okay, if I tell you to eat better, that sounds simple. Eat better. It's two words that are very simple and you understand them, right? But a lot comes with that. A lot comes with you eating better. It comes with you changing your diet, your routine. And that's the hardest part, is changing your routine of what you do when you get up in the morning. You might grab a cup of coffee and a bagel. Well, changing your routine might consist of a cup of water or tea with some fruit or maybe a yogurt. You understand? So I'm learning that simple words and simple tasks, sometimes we feel like we're doing it, but we're actually not. So when it comes to taking responsibility for yourself, that's something that we struggle with. And it's something that we need to do because it's so easy to point the finger. It's so easy to say, well, I don't have this because of you. I don't have this because my mom or my dad, or you did this. You have to take responsibility for yourself. You have to take responsibility for everything that is going on in your life right now. Everything. Okay? If you have someone around you that is causing you all this distress or making you unhealthy or unhappy, you need to reevaluate that situation, because we have become so comfortable with pointing the finger at other people, and at the same time we have become comfortable with making excuses. Okay, and that's very big, because excuses only sound good to the person that's making it. So for myself, for an example, I am noticing the past 2 days my body has been tired, exhausted, and I know what it is. I have not been taking the time to eat right. I am not taking the time to have my tea in the morning. I'm having hot chocolate, which is nothing wrong with it, but my body has become accustomed to what I've laid out for it, and now you're not doing it. So I have to, instead of me making the excuses, well, your living situation is different, or you're under this amount of stress, that's just an excuse. And I'm in a place in my life where I don't even want to hear excuses from myself. So if I don't want to hear excuses from myself, I damn sure am not going to hear excuses from anybody else. All right. I'm on a different type of time, energy, and frequency, and I know where the universe is going to bring me. I cannot make excuses for myself, my behavior, my anger, my childhood trauma, just anything that you might be going through. So I have to say, okay, what are you going to do different tomorrow so you can feel better physically? What are you going to do to rest? Because sometimes I don't have an off button. I'm trying to do everything that I need to be doing, and I don't have an off button. Sometimes you have to make yourself sit down. You have some people that like just overwork, or they're trying to get everything done in one day. So you need to learn how to balance that. And like I said, you need to take responsibility for everything that is going on, because when you do that, you can really face what is going on. It's not, if you want to get through life with making excuses, if you want to get through life with blaming others, it's going to give you a instant feeling of gratification. You're going to instantly feel like, oh, that's why I've been fucking up, because I have dad issues. Oh, that's why I'm unhappy, because he is doing this to me. And then for some reason you feel better because you don't have to take the blame for the situation. And when you don't take the blame for the situation, you are not taking responsibility for the situation. You have to take responsibility for everything that is going on in your life. If someone around you is not healthy for you, that is your choice that they're around you. If someone is not treating you right in a relationship, that is your choice that you are with them. Okay? Because you have to understand, we cannot change anybody. We cannot force anyone to change. We cannot force anyone to understand or think the way we think or how we want them to think. The only thing you can control is yourself. The only thing you can control is what you're doing in your life, how you're treating your body. So I am learning this. Most of my content on my channel, I would say probably all of it, but we'll just say most of it is stuff that I am going through. And I know that when the universe is making me aware of these things, it's my job and my duty to bring this to someone else's attention. Now, I'm not that psychic to know who this needs to go to. I don't really think it's none of my business who it needs to go to. But I just know we need to be taking responsibility for everything. Take responsibility if something is wrong, if you're unhappy. You have to practice this, because if not, you will spend your life looking for a finger to point in someone's direction. You will never take full responsibility. You will never grow. You might think you're growing, but you're not growing unless you take responsibility. That is showing growth. That is showing maturity. That is showing self-awareness and self-knowledge, all these beautiful words that you want to say. But you're not going to genuinely grow if you are not taking responsibility for everything around you. Like I said, I can give you 100 reasons why I'm tired right now, why my body feels weak, why I feel just restless. You know, there's a lot of things going on with me mentally and spiritually and physically, but I know why. Because you are not doing what you're supposed to do. It does not matter where you are. It does not matter if your living situation has changed. It does not matter if your surroundings have changed. You are the bottom denominator in everything. That's how powerful you are. You are the one that creates the space and energy. It doesn't matter if you're in a big home, or if you're in a studio, or if you're in a one bedroom, or you're living in a hotel. You are the bottom denominator to make that space and energy work as best as it can for you. No excuses. So that's going to be with this video. No excuses. If you are ready to really elevate and go to the next level spiritually, financially, whatever you need, whatever you want, you need to be growing. You need to be taking responsibility, and you need to not make excuses. So if you're not ready for that type of growth, then this video is not for you. If you are ready for that growth, then you need to understand how powerful and important you are. And yes, now, do not get me wrong. People around you will contribute. Your environment will contribute. If you are around nature all the time, you're going to feel 100 times better. If you are, unfortunately, in a situation where you can't be around nature and you're just in the home, you know, there are going to be things around you that trigger or help contribute to your state of being and your mental and your spiritual. Okay, so I'm not dumb. I understand that. But you still have to take responsibility of how you can manipulate and use the energy that you have to create the space that you need. If you're not out in nature, there's ways to create what you need for the time being. That's why I said there's no excuses. Oh, I can't go out in nature. I can't do. Okay, well, put something on TV to make you feel like you're in nature. Put your mind there because you can. That's how strong you are. Okay, we've been dumbed down for so long that we don't even understand our strength. We don't even understand the strength that we have in us to create the reality that we want. Okay, so again, if you're trying to elevate, if you're trying to be on a different level, you need to take responsibility for everything. Not 90, not 80, not 20, but 100% responsibility for what you have created. Now, if you want to look around you, if you want to look around and say, well, he did it, and then she did it, and they did it. The universe doesn't understand language like that. The universe will go off our energy, but your energy is nothing but excuses. Your energy is not going to be of a high frequency when you are pointing your finger at everyone and putting the blame, because you are the problem. So I'm going to end this video. And I just want people to take responsibility. Take responsibility for your actions. Take responsibility for yourself. And when you do decide to take responsibility, you're going to have a lot of homework to do, because now you're going to have to try to fix these things and make things better for yourself instead of making excuses. That's the hard part that people don't want to do. You think that when you graduate high school and college that, hey, I'm out of school, I don't need to learn anymore. You should be learning every day. If you are connected spiritually with the universe, if you are connected spiritually with God or Allah, whoever you believe to be a higher source, or whatever name you want to give him or her or whatever, you should be having lessons every single day. So check yourself with that also. Because if you are connected, you know that you're going to have lessons every day. That's just what it is. Breaking generational curses, learning those lessons. And if you have children, you want to make sure you go even harder to break those curses and take responsibility for what it is you need to be doing. So listen, if you guys have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. It is absolutely free. I'm not asking much. It's free to support my channel. Like, share, subscribe, you guys. You know, my channel has been out for maybe a year and is based on the spiritual journey. And I talk about a lot of different things. I also bring in some of my gifts of being an intuitive empath, and I'll do readings for you guys when I can. So make sure, like I said, you support the channel, like, share, and subscribe. Until next time. And you guys, don't be shy. Talk in the comments. When people leave comments, I always respond. Even if it's negative, I'll give you a like and a heart. So make sure you're hydrating. Make sure you're meditating, and make sure you're hydrating. And most importantly, make sure you are loving yourself. Make sure that every day you fall in love with yourself. You can fall in love with him and her and money and clothes and all these other things, but are you taking time to fall in love with yourself? Because sometimes you neglect yourself, and you should be top priority. So make sure you're loving yourself.